Here's just a part of a recent episode of Booked on Rock. Bruce Pegg is the author of Welcome Back, My Friends, A People's History of Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. The band reformed in 96, you said? Is that what it was? In sometime in the 1990s.
94, I think it was. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's right around that time. They come up with what I think is a really good album that's very overlooked, Black Moon, and In the Hot Seat, which is the last of the albums that they did. It's all right. There's some good stuff on there. It's a great version of Dylan's Long Black Coat on there, A Man in the Long Black Coat. So I mean, there's still a viable force, but you can tell at that point there's rather than trying to push uh, the music, they're more responsive to the sounds and the technology of the time. So, Emerson's not kind of wailing on the Hammond anymore. He's more subdued with the kind of sampling type keyboards and that were ubiquitous in that time.
Well, that was due to his physical ailment at that time, right?
That's a little bit later.
That
That's a
was
little,
later.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So,
Interesting.
so
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, and he had carpal tunnel, which was he had various surgeries on it, and it was a huge uh, source of depression for him because he just could not play. The sad thing about Keith Emerson is that he was a phenomenal writer. He could write. He could also, he could have also gone on to a wonderful career as a studio musician, session musician, those kinds of things. Um, but he loved to play, and he couldn't accept the fact that he just physically could no longer do what he was so great at earlier, and that is, perform on stage.
When they toured with Jethro Tull, they were on the opening slot, a shorter slot, so that would make it easier on him.
Yeah,
I just amazing. See, he never recovered from that carpal tunnel.
not really. No,
Yeah, and it's just tragic because he took his life in 2016.
that's correct. Yeah, yeah. Somebody that I interviewed now, I can't really go into it because it was told off the record, but they said that he was just at the point, he was just so distraught at everything that was happening to him physically, and I think he was a perfectionist. I think he was always trying to be absolutely perfect on stage and off, and I just don't think he could accept that any longer.
Listen to the full episode wherever you get your podcasts.